Our next speaker has counseled traumatized adults and adolescents for over the last 30 years. Please welcome Jonia Mariechild.
Take a moment to appreciate all the organizers of this event, specifically naming the women who've been at the center of this fractal organization, a very much power with group of women, sharing resources with our community in such an empowering way. And namely, we have Sandia, Danielle, Karen, Candace, Stacy, and Michelle. Let's give a big wave of appreciation. Thank you so much. It's so important that we take time to appreciate giving thanks for all that we give to each other. And I'd like to do a little movement, a gentle opening, if you're willing, if it brings you joy, to reach up to the sky and to receive the energy. We're on the final wave here of the last 38 hours of over 5,800 events, receiving the energy that's been building to empower women and girls, and scooping up this energy and bringing it to our hearts, crossing our arms in front of us, bringing it into our hearts, receiving it, and knowing that our hearts are pumping this empowerment of energy of women and girls all through our bodies, all into our bones, deep into our bone marrow. And gentle taps back and forth on our shoulders. This is called the butterfly hug. Very comforting when we're mourning to do this. And releasing our arms down, remembering the hope and the intention that we're here together to end the violence against women and girls. And that we wake up to the tragedies that are occurring, that we open our eyes and be willing to see. One of my friends recently asked me, how is it that you have done this work with survivors of sexual abuse for 30 years? What have you learned? And I was like, oh, I still have so much to learn. She said, no, really, Jonia, I want to know, what have you learned? And so what I can say is what I am learning. And one thing about recovering from sexual trauma is that there's the learning how to celebrate and how to mourn. Because there's that balance. And Sandia, who's the visionary who started this event, who had the vision last year to bring this to Maui, she has Uncle Sammy, who's an ancestor. And Uncle Sammy said, it's important to have fun. Fun is a big responsibility. Be responsible and have fun. And so tonight is an example of celebrating and mourning at the same time and having fun doing it. Thank you so much for your willingness to be here. Really giving ourselves another scooping up of the energy all around the planet and receiving all this intention, bringing it right into our heart, ending the violence against women and girls and the planet, because it's all interconnected. And releasing our arms down. Another thing I've learned is the importance of creativity and the arts in the transformation of our consciousness, and we really see that here tonight. so important. Another thing that I've learned is about equal opportunity for all emotions. You know, we're taught like that there's good emotions and bad emotions. And in Hawaiian, the word for emotions is nalu, which is wave. And when we look out at the ocean, do we say, oh, there's a good wave and there's a bad wave? No, we don't. And so one of the things I'm asking us to do is to remember how to be angry and peaceful at the same time. To be upset and grounded. To allow ourselves the experience. And is anybody in here angry that 10-year-old girls are being sex trafficked? Yes. Let's hear it. Yes. Yes, thank you. Yes, allowing ourselves to be angry and creative. Not talking ourselves out of our nalu. Allowing ourselves the full range of emotion, the equal opportunity for all emotions. Another thing that I'm learning, and you know, here on Maui especially, there's this belief that we create our experiences. And you know, I would never want a 10-year-old girl to be told that she created the experience of being harmed. And it's unspeakable to me. And so really, rather than believing that we create these experiences of sexual trauma, my hope is that we can transform that belief into, okay, there's people who are very wounded who create these experiences, people who are very misguided that harm women and children. So when we have these experiences, how are we influenced by them? And what are we going to do in response to that influence? Rather than blaming the people that are harmed and saying they created it. And my hope is tonight that as we have experienced all this amazing receiving of all these artists and these gifts of this evening and the community building that's happened, that we're influenced by this experience in a way that allows us to learn more about our mourning and our celebration, allow us to learn more about how to have fun as we transform the consciousness on the planet and we end the violence against women and girls. Aho. Mahalo. Nui loa. And a hui ko.